Welcome back, trainers, and today we're going to be taking a look and highlighting Melmetal because this thing is free. Okay, so we're going to go into this here. If you're a little bit new, let's go ahead and talk about this. Now, if you do enjoy my videos, give it a thumbs up. For this first battle, we are met with a Zamazenta, and I have Earthquake. Funny enough, this is actually going to be coming in handy, and I did not want Earthquake. I had it for raiding. So we'll go ahead and TM that away and put Stone Edge, but for now, thank goodness we have it because we're going up against a fighter here. Alright, so if you do enjoy my videos, give it a thumbs up. Really do appreciate that, folks. Not really feeling like editing today, to be honest with you. I just kind of wanted to lay back and do nothing because feeling a little bit under the weather, but we're going to get that done anyways, so here we are. So Melmetal. Let's talk about it. You can get this for free. This is literally the only mythical / legendary that you can power up to level 50 without having to pay a single penny. So what you're going to have to do is have a Pokemon account, or a Nintendo account, I guess is what you would call it. And then download the app Pokemon Home. So once you've done all that, you're going to be able to transfer Pokemon. As you can see here, I actually still have some Pokemon in there, so I need to go in there and remove them. And I actually had this app deleted for whatever reason. So we re-downloaded it and reconnected it, and we're going to go ahead and see and get confused with all the options here. But it's very simple. You just simply connect it. You go into your Pokemon Go app, you go and transfer, and it is going to be in the option settings. So when you're in Pokemon Go, you go all the way down to Pokemon Home, pick transfer, and this is the old transfer Pokemon here, this Vinipede, and we're going to go ahead and bring it in. After that, it recharges your Meltan box, and it will give you a Meltan box initially for your first time, and this can reoccur, and you can reopen it by sending Pokemon every, I do believe, 3 days. So you can continuously go on and on and on. Get your XL candies and get as many of these Meltan as possible. Now, you can't find a shiny currently right now. For whatever reason, they have those turned off. It's the only shiny that they turn on, off and on. Okay, so you have to wait for them to officially announce that, hey, Meltan could be shiny, time to open those boxes, but don't wait around for that. Just start collecting those XLs. I mean, what's the point? I mean, so I've gotten so many that I could have gotten more. I just don't do it every single day. That I actually was able to max out my 100 Meltan to a level 50 Meltan. I'm just waiting for a community day, maybe double Iron Bash or something like that. It's going to be like a probably like a Meteor Mash Clone-esque, something like that. And I also have a level 50 Melmetal that we're actually using right now. That's why it was my first one, so it's, you know, that's why we didn't go with the 100. But there you have it. Pretty simple. Now you can also do this by transferring Pokemon into the Safari Zone in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, but that's a longer process which requires a Switch, and therefore it is not going to be free at that point unless your friend has one and you're just kind of, I don't want to say mooching, but sharing in that sense there. So there you go, Melmetal, Meltan. It's a free Pokemon you can have. Now, as far as rating, I guess you can use it, but it's all about PvP. It's good in pretty much all leagues. Obviously, it's going to be squishier in the Great League. Ultra League's going to be doing better. Master League, Open is where it's performing the absolute best. And it is something that you want on your arsenal. This thing is a beast. Now, I do not feature it too much anymore. I use it, but we don't really highlight it too much because it's just been around for a while, but I figured it's about high time we get on that and kind of do a little bit of an explanation. I know it was a little bit choppy there, but it was a decent walkthrough, so it's not too hard. Even if you look it up on Google, how to get Meltan box, you'll see the instructions right away, and it's not hard at all, and you do not need a Switch anymore. But anyways, there you go. Free Mythical level 50, and of course you're gonna have to be of level to be able to start collecting those XL candies, but that's not going to stop you from collecting the regular candies. And so when you do reach the level, you can just simply transfer them into XL candy, and if you're doing this every 3 days, I guess, you're going to be able to stack them up and you're going to be looking great. So I highly urge you to do that. Definitely one of the things in Pokemon Go that you should be doing if you were not able to make one already. So I urge you to do so. There you go. All right, anyways, what's going on here? We're going to be leading with Landorus. We're also going to have Giratina Origin, all level 50, of course. And this is, of course, the Open Master League. No explanation. Yeah, I almost quit there because of all that energy. Did you see that? Okay, so I got greedy. They didn't snipe me. They weren't skilled right there. That wasn't like, oh, they got you. No. I was being greedy and trying to get the superpower 2 times. But I should have just threw the first one You're going to see what happens because of that. You're going to see what happens because of that. So they call the damn rock slide. We swap into our Giratina. I'm trying to recover this battle. Literally almost top left it, as you've seen there. Left it on the screen for a second. Really was contemplating it. But I was like, you know what? Let's just play this through to see what happens. And you'll see exactly what freaking happens. Alright, so Giratina out here up against the Zacian. We're going for the ominous win. We're getting a shield. We still got one shield left. Play rough is essentially going to KO us here. But they go for a wild charge. Dang it. Gee, I just didn't know. You just don't know what move it's going to have. So unfortunately, we waste our shield here. We have no more left, and now we've got a Giratina, or should I say Kyogre out here. So we throw the Shadow Ball. They've got one shield left. We swap into Melmetal. And at this point, we would have been already pretty much almost finished KOing them here if I was able to actually get out that superpower and not be a dumb, greedy idiot at that moment. So we swap back into our Giratina, and this is a wrap. This is a Blizzard here. They've got literally 1 HP. And, well, I suppose they deserve that for me being greedy. So I just wanted to leave that in there. Good game. Moving on to our next opponent, met with a Giratina. And, well, this is an okay matchup. See, the Landorus, it just can't take a hit. So Shadow Ball is going to be doing a lot. But your Stone Edge, which is not even getting stabbed, is doing a ton. Now, you can go with Earthquake or Bulldoze. You always want Superpower, period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts on that. Alright, so we're getting to another Stone Edge here, and I figure they're going to shield this up. Let's see what happens here. Landorus is putting in that work and taking out Giratina. Freaking amazing. So they're bringing in the Lugia to Dragon Tail us down with a couple of those, getting some energy. I can go either with the Giratina or Melmetal, but I figured it's going to be better to go with the Melmetal because we do resist the Dragon as well as the Flying. So we're not going to have to constantly shield up to protect ourselves as well as taking a ton of damage from that Dragon Tail. So Melmetal is so dang good, folks. It pretty much shuts down a lot of the meta. And if you weren't here back in the day, it actually broke Go Battle League in the sense that you were able to spam Rock Slide just at a really crazy rate. And it wasn't like, oh, you can just do it. I do believe there was an exploit, a for real exploit that got I want to call it mainstream, but just picked up some steam, a couple of loose lips somewhere here and there in a Discord, and the word got out. Just like there is one now, okay? It's not for the Melmetal, but there's definitely exploits for Go Battle League. And anybody who's out there saying, no, there's not, it's probably simply because I said there is one, so they got to say, no, there isn't one. Just like the L algorithm thing. It's like, hey, what? Okay, look, I'll stop. I'm just going to keep digging and digging and digging a hole. All right. Up against Togekiss here. We're in a little bit of a jam. Getting out that Rock Slide, swapping into our Giratina. And, well, we don't have to really worry about any of the charge moves. That's why I didn't throw. So we'll finish him off with Dragon Claw. Or Shadow Claw. See, like I said, I'm a little bit under the weather. I don't have it all together here. But, hey, at least we're able to still keep up with that fast commentary. Next battle, met with a Yveltal here. So Stone Edge is going to absolutely bring that bird to the ground. It can definitely take one. But as you can see, even the quick move, even though it's flying, is still doing I'm not going to say a lot of damage, but it's doing something, more so than in other flyers, typically. So going for another Stone Edge, they do double shield. Oh, never mind. Opposite, all right? Right. Always opposite. So we haven't used a shield yet. They've used one. We're going to go ahead and shield this up. If they want to double up, that's great. I was maybe thinking they were going to try to catch here, but then they would have unlocked themselves, and that would have been bad. So we go for the Superpower, take them out. Great. And they're bringing in Metagross. Ooh, perfection. Now, Melmetal can handle it okay with Superpowers, I suppose, but Earthquake is an issue, so we're going to go ahead and bring in Giratina. Plus, we're super effective with Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball, Ominous Winds, Ghost. It's all good there. So we're going to go ahead and take them out. They've got one shield left. They have a Dialga in the back, and this is a matchup you always want to be in. Now, I do recommend you, if you don't have shields, you let them throw first, because you're going to debuff yourselves. And once you start throwing these superpowers, then the Draco Meteor is going to be enough to take you out. So you got to look out for that. So we're getting a shield from the Rock Side. Beautiful. And we will be shielding this up because I'm not trying to play any damn games. And there you go. Draco Meteor would have done a ton. We did debuff our defense and our attack already with one superpower. And then taking the win with the last one there. Melmetal. Such a good Pokemon. It's such a great Pokemon. Next battle, met with a Dialga. And this is a great matchup for us here. Although we have to look out for a catching. So here you go. I left this example in here because you saw how they caught that with a Lugia. Beautiful catch. Probably the best Pokemon to catch a superpower with, Lugia, Flying and Psychic, and a tank. The tankiest Pokemon in the game, I'm pretty sure, right? So what I usually like to do is go for superpower before I get to 2. So it doesn't give him the opportunity to count, to get ready. You go for it about a superpower and a half. Therefore, you're still locked them in there. You're still getting it off. You're still connecting it, maybe getting a shield or whatever. And the extra damage you're taking from going for superpower earlier doesn't mean anything. You're perfectly fine. It doesn't change the outcome, whatever. So we're winning this matchup without having to use a single shield here. And we have a superpower ready. We made sure we were ready to go with that energy when we did come out of that battle, and we're getting a shield from the Dialga, which is going to be able to farm us down and gain a little bit of energy. But we essentially have a lot of energy ready to go on our Landorus, so going for that superpower right away. I don't know what I was about to try to say there. Stumbling over my own tongue. They go for the Draco. They have a Mewtwo in the back. There's 1-to-1 shield. This is a pretty good wrap for us here. Going for the ominous wind, they let it go, and I'm pretty sure they don't even use that last shield. They know it's pretty much over here. And I'll go ahead and match you without shielding, and they hit me with an Ice Beam. Of course they do. Doing a lot of damage. We still have Landorus in the back. They let it go because it's essentially over there. Good game. Moving on to our next opponent. We're going to be met with a Dialga. This is great. Always love to see it here. Now, a really good combination is going to be Landorus and Melmetal on the same team. Because most of the meta is Steel, right? Or Flying. And both of these handle that very well. Or anything else in between, right? So once they get rid of one of your superpower users, they're like, yeah, no more. No, there's another one in the back ready to go. And you'll be able to handle those steals. Alright, so we're up against a Groudon here. They're going for Earthquake. We've seen this matchup many times on our own end here. Groudon is just an amazing Pokemon. And if I do recall this battle correctly, they actually do double shield this thing. And that actually kind of pissed me off. I never get annoyed too much by all that, but I was thinking, look, if you're watching or if anybody knows this person, no offense whatsoever. You're playing the game, but in my angry mode, I was like, man, stop being such a tryhard. Stop trying so hard. But in reality, they're just playing the game. I mean, like, same thing could be said about myself. Stop trying so hard, right? Anyways, we're going for another superpower here. Gonna go ahead and take them out. I kind of laughed. I was like, you're not winning this matchup. So we're shieldless. They're shieldless. This is getting a little bananas. And this is another thing here. You want them to throw their superpower first, but I was thinking, whatever. They're already down a little bit of health, but Melmetal will survive even if it does have a little bit of chip damage. Look at that crap. And now we've essentially debuffed ourselves by 2 times, so they've got the massive advantage here, and they've got another one. So what we can do is bring in our Landorus and farm up and hopefully just, yeah, we're good. I think we're pretty good here. Yeah, and then we'll farm down Dialga with quick moves. Looking great. Fantastic. Thank you, Landorus and team. Moving it on here, met with a Zacian, and this is not... It's okay. It's not like the best. It's not the worst, but again, Landorus it hits so hard, it just really can't take a hit. Plus, when you're going up against something like a freaking Zacian that spams you with hard-hitting moves no matter what, it's a little frustrating for sure. So we're going to go ahead and go for Stone Edge here after they get off their charge moves. It's not going to be Wild Charge or Close Combat. And now we're going to go for a Superpower because I figure we might be able to get to another one. Let's see what happens here. So there's the first one, and that's okay. At least they used a shield. Doesn't really matter at this point here. And they're going Close Combat, lowering their defense massively by 2 stages. So now we're going to be able to farm them down, but they immediately swap into a Dialga and lock themselves in here with that shiny. Very nice. And we bring in our Melmetal, and we're looking pretty freaking great. Let's go. So since their Zacian is pretty much out for the count, which could have been technically a counter to my Giratina, same with the Dialga, counter to the Giratina. Giratina should have an okay matchup in the back. We'll have to see what they're going to be running here. If it's a Togekiss, we still can pull it off. It's not like a game over because we don't even have Dragon moves. Just hitting them with Ghost. Kyogre, oh, you already know what it is. We resist water, so that's pretty much a wrap, but we can't really say we won yet. So let's see. So we throw the Rock Slide with a massive debuff on the attack, swapping into our Giratina. That was way too early, so we're going to go ahead and call that Surf, and that's exactly what it is. And since we did call that first one being so obvious, we're going to be looking pretty good here. Still sitting pretty with 2 shields. I think I let this go too. Yeah, I mean, why do I need the shield? I know what it is going to be. Going for another Ominous Wind here. Taking out their Kyogre. Got that Zacian. Now, technically, yeah, I kind of maybe wanted 2 shields for this spammy Zacian over here. But we're going to be able to take this when they just let it go. And they figured it was over there. Moving it on here, leading with the Landorus the entire time. We got a mirror match. Now, this person's Landorus is significantly lower in combat power than mine. So take note of that while watching this matchup here. It is best buddy. They might be working on at 100 or something like that. I know how it goes. Getting those candies is ridiculous, but it's so rewarding once you powered it up. and so rewarding for Niantic's bank account as well. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go for Stone Edge here. We will be able to simply win Combat Power, or CMP, every single time because of our higher status. Alright, so they're using a shield, retreating into a Mamoswine. Now, watch the stupidity on my end. Well, I wouldn't call it that. I was going for Rock Slide to get a shield, but they're brave enough to let it go. A superpower would have essentially taken them out. Now, our quick move would have done basically nothing, so we would have had to throw again, so I don't know. Trying to get shields over here. They hit me with Avalanche. We're both baiting. I'm like, what reality am I living in here? What's going on? So we go for another Rock Slide here. And we are not taking them out. They survive with literally 1 HP after I get off a quick move. Freaking joking me. They go for Avalanche again. Alright, completely butchered that matchup. Bringing in their Landorus. Once again, we're going to go for Rock Slide to take them out. Let's see if they want to shield it up. They let it go. What you got in the back? A Mewtwo. Okay, we bring in the Giratina, and it's pretty much a smooth sailing ride for us here on out. Obviously going for the Ominous Wind to get the shield, and if they let it go, we would have just kept going Ominous Wind anyways. We still would have won this matchup, no problem. We have no more shields left, so it is getting a little close. Technically, I can't just say we're going to win this, but we do have 2 Pokemon in the back as well as energy on them. I know they're very low, but they can't Psycho Cut me down. We have our Rock Slide pretty much ready to go on the Melmetal. I'm going to go ahead and hit that. Let's go, and they're surviving, so Landorus is going to be able to finish this off for us. And at this moment, I was thinking, man, every single Pokemon did their job. They back out. They don't even allow me to take them out there, but we still take that win. Let's go. Moving it on here, we're met with another Dialga, and I love to see this freaking thing in the lead. Let's see what we have going on here. Now, see, like I was saying, throw a little bit sooner so they can't calculate 2 and try to retreat. Exactly. So at this point, what they're going to do is, what we're going to do is shield this up. They may retreat after they get the shield. All right, great. They're going to just let it get farmed down. Probably a better idea instead of locking themselves here. Bringing in their own Landorus, but it's going to be the other form here. Personally, I think mine is the more superior form. I just personally think that. That's just the way I like it. The design is just can't be beat. That other one that looks like a genie, I can't stand it. All right, so they're taking us out. Bringing in Giratina, and they have a Zarude. Ooh! We got a good battle here, folks. We got a good little finishing battle. It's not the end of the video, but got a little nervous because they have 2 shields. Still figured I'm going to be able to pull this off, but they're really trying to win this, and that's great. That's fine. Everybody should really try to win all their battles, but I just felt the energy. Sometimes you can just feel it. Personally, for me, it happens a lot. I already know when they see that name pop up on the screen, they're like, oh, okay, we gotta beat this guy. It's either you hate me or you love me. Even if you love me, you still want to beat me. Come on. If I encountered some YouTuber, I would have been like, hey, let's go. I would have tried to beat you too, right? Anyways, they know they can let this all go. They're not trying to flex. They just know that Thundershock's simply not going to be able to take me out or take them out. So, yeah, getting a little bit close here. They swap into their Landorus, and oh my goodness, I freaking couldn't Thundershock. So we use our shield, and the only way to win this at this point is to double superpower. Their Dark Pulse is not going to be enough. Let's go, folks. This is crazy. So we barely survived. Getting off the first superpower, Vine Whip is not going to cut it for them. And then we'll land another one here. Bam! And I was just thinking, nice try, but not enough. I was really happy to win this because, like I said, I felt that trying to win energy through the phone, like, big time. Next battle, another Giratina. Keep on bringing those dang dragons, folks. Keep it coming, and I'm going to keep on pummeling them into the ground. So go over that superpower, and we're going to have kind of a same situation here. A lot of people may like to swap after this. Let's see what they do here. Okay, all right, but they're shielding it up, so we're still going to be effectively able to take them out unless they double shield. So we're able to get them out there. Fantastic, and we have a superpower ready to go. We're going to go straight for the Stone Edge, though, because will they bring in a Zacian? We're actually able to get that off, you know, by seeing the type they are, not just getting sniped. Bringing in the Giratina to go ahead and do some work here. Don't really want to bring a Melmetal up against the Zacian because of that close combat. Just too spammy, too hard, not good. Alright, so we're going to get off the Shadow Ball here, put on the pressure. They're shielding it up, which was kind of annoying, but that's okay. And I'm getting a little nervous. I'm thinking, well, they got a Dialga in the front. I mean, they've got to have 2 counters to a Melmetal or something. So Zacian is technically 1, even though it's fairy because of close combat spam. And they got a Mewtwo, so okay, we can see what we got going on here. Spam them up. Now, Side Strike, not very effective. Focus Blast, essentially, if they have that, it's over. Oh, it's done. Oh, yeah. yeah, it's going to basically one-shot me here. So let's see what happens. Shadow Ball. Great. We can pull this off. Let's go. So we still have a Giratina in the back with some energy, so we're looking fine. And we bring them down pretty low. So they're almost down to Shadow Claw range. This, I'm thinking if this is a Shadow Ball, yep, we're going to be able to Shadow Claw down. 1, 2, 3, and we take the win. Let's go. Oh, next battle, we're met with an Excadrill. Another great lead for our Landorus here. Although the Rock Slides are going to be doing a decent amount. So for this situation here, what you're going to want to do is let them throw the first Rock Slide, okay? Be careful of a catch, because that would suck if you threw it on a Ghost or a Flyer and wasted all that energy. So there we go. And going for the next one here. I do believe they double shield their Excadrill, which is kind of annoying. But at least we're getting both of the shields out of the way here. Now they will take us out with the Rock Slide. Now what you can do, and I've shown this before in the past, is wait for them to throw the next Rock Slide and then throw your next Superpower. Don't go 2 back to back. So they're catching a Superpower with their Yveltal, which still doing a decent amount, but better than catching a Stone Edge, so nice catch. And we're going to go ahead and bring in our Melmetal here and hope they do not have Focus Blast. Although that, I wasn't counting. I don't think that... Okay. It was a Focus Blast. Basically one-shotting us plus one more quick move. Alright, so their thing is down. They got no more shield. It's not like we're in a bad position here. So I think I actually do let this go because I just know I need to hold on to that shield for the end here. And with a Landorus with that much health, oh, and then the Giratina with this much health, we should be able to pull it off. But this guy swabs in and gets my last shield with Excadrill. So we're going to go ahead and go for Shadow Ball and take them out. Ominous Wind wouldn't have been enough. They probably would have gone to another Drill Run. So what's happening here? Come back in here with the Yveltal. Nope, they got a Metagross. They can't swap because they've already locked themselves. This is going to essentially take them out in one shot. Just plus a couple more. There you go. And immediately swapping into our Landorus, and we're going to be able to take this win here. What a close game. And that's actually going to be a 5-0 there. We have one more battle. I did bank a set, and I didn't really want to do it. It was too late. I was like, oh, okay, might as well just do it. So we'll look at that battle here in just a second, and then we'll wrap up the video, and that's going to be about it, folks. If you did enjoy this, give it a thumbs up. Really do appreciate it. Really do appreciate when you hit that like button. You have no idea. It means a lot to me. All right, so this is the +1 last battle. Met with a Zacian. Let's get it on. So at this point, I was like, when I saw the Zacian, I was like, I don't really want to do this. Like, I don't want to maneuver around. I don't want to use my brain right now. I just want to lay down because I was starting to feel weird last night, starting today too. All right, so we go Stone Edge, and they're shielding it up. Okay, gonna go for another one here, and just keep throwing these things. This is pretty much all you can do. What are you gonna start throwing Superpower? Once they debuff themselves, yeah, you could probably get away with that and do some good damage. All right, so we let it go. They've used a shield, bringing in our Giratina because they did debuff themselves. So at this point, we are going to shield this up and then farm them down here. And so we're at an even shield situation, but we're at an advantage for energy here. And that was technically kind of a counter to Giratina. So they're bringing in their own Giratina. We're going to go for Shadow Ball. Figure they're going to shield this up, but I'm not going to play any games. Okay, we'll just get it right off the bat. Able to get to another one immediately, so it's not like horrible here. So if they're bringing in this, what's in the back? Kyogre? What you got in the back? A Fighter? I don't quite remember what it was going to be. So we shield this up. It is a Shadow Ball, and it is a oh yeah. So we're going to swap after we get this off. So throw the Shadow Ball. And, okay, so we're not swapping. Okay, doing the opposite of what I said. Hitting us with Brave Bird. So they debuffed our... Okay, great. Simple as that. Going for the Rock Slide, and that's about a wrap here, folks. There you go. Melmetal, absolutely a prize to have. Definitely want to get on that if you were looking to get a free Mythical to level 50. Or if you're not the level of getting the XL candies, at least you can start right now in building up that candy arsenal. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
Sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
So you're finally here! Fantastic!